Denise Marquette. I go by Dee Dee, and I'm known for Dee Dee Delicious for probably 30-40 years, since the early 80s. And I have been doing videos only for probably 1 or 2 months, and this is kind of new to me. However, I have been cooking since I was 6 years old. And at 12, 13 years old, I was doing big luauts for family parties, and people would ask, where did you get your catering done? They would ask my mom, and she would say my daughter, and they wouldn't believe it. But anyway, so I just did a video, and forgot a couple things inside them, and so I'm going to do this one already done up, and a quick one. So those that do not want to watch an entire video being done. So this is my mandarin strawberry asparagus rose bush. So I use fresh marinated strawberries that I marinate all day long, and marinated mandarins. I peeled 5 mandarin oranges and grilled the asparagus for 15 minutes with butter, vinaigrette, lemon juice, olive oil, mandarins, and walnuts. Now, you don't have to use the butter if you're using the olive oil. You don't have to use the olive oil. I like to use both, and I like a little bit of the vinaigrette or balsamic along with some lemon juice, and just gives it some really nice flavor. Now, if you're using canned mandarins, you could also pour that juice on there, but I like the fresh mandarins. I like to peel them. They'll peel real easily if you just make a little slit and then just like pull them apart in half, and then it just peels really easily. So I put some strawberries on the side here and some mandarin. I have a dressing. I've already put it on for the last video. So I added Dijon mustard to the vinaigrette that I'm also using for the Greek salad. It is red wine, feta, red peppers, garlic, pepper, a little bit of sea salt, not much, and you can use either a balsamic with it, or you can use a little Italian dressing with it. You can mix it the way you want, or you could just keep it with the red wine, the Dijon, the olive oil, and just keep it pretty simple. And the feta and the red peppers. And then you can blend them together, or you can keep them more choppier. And then you're going to add that at the end of when people are ready to eat. So the grilled asparagus, I chill them for a few hours. Otherwise, if you're in a hurry, just put them on ice after they grill. And as you can see here, it makes your stems. Isn't that pretty? And then you have your mandarin, you have feta, you have their strawberries, and then red onions. And then I put cucumbers on the side in case anyone does want to use those. Now this is a Greek salad. It does not have the black olives. I forgot to get the black olives because I don't use black olives. And then you can use, there you go. So there's my buddy ears. I put cucumbers on one side, the marinated cherry grape tomatoes, and they're very super sweet. And that's actually what they're called. Then I put the red onion and the feta in the middle here. You would put the black olives around the outside of the body of the bunny if you were actually using the olives. I don't like the Greek black olives, so I don't put them on, so I totally forgot to put them on. Now this is the same dressing that I made for the rose bush. However, I'm not using Dijon mustard in this one. And you just use about a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then you're using a lot of fresh garlic too. So that is your bunny. And there's, again, Now here we have our pasta salad. Now this is a grilled chicken Caesar pasta salad. You can serve it hot or you can serve it chilled. Now this, I put in the pasta into the refrigerator. After it cooked, you can cook it in the microwave or you can cook it on a stove for 10 minutes or however you like it, al dente. And then I put red onions, cherry marinated tomatoes in it, Caesar dressing, Parmesan cheese. It's very creamy if you look. The juice that's been marinating with the tomatoes, I add that to it. So it gives it a lot of flavor. I add a little bit of lemon juice and then I stir that all up. And then it has the Parmesan cheese in there. Now this has chicken in here, you can see. It's all breasted chicken. You have about a pound, pound and a half. If you use a 3-pound chicken, whole chicken, you're just not gonna use the wings and the legs, but you're gonna use both sides of the breast. You're gonna cut the breast out of there and then slice that up. And that's pretty much it. Now you can add peas to it. You can add red peppers to it. You can do this any way you want. And again, like I said, you can make it hot or cold. And this is deviled eggs. What you're going to do is you're going to boil your eggs for about 10 minutes. And then I set them aside for about an hour. Then I put them in the refrigerator for another hour. So when they're nice and chilled, I can crack them on one side and they'll peel right off. I cut them in half. Then I'm going to extract the yellow part, the yolk, and I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to take 3 large tablespoons of mayonnaise, and then in my tacos over there, hi taco sweetheart, how are you baby? And then I take half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and just a pinch of regular mustard. You're going to really make that very soft. You want to make sure that you get creamy, all of the yolk mashed up. You can mash it with a fork, you can mash it with a potato masher, or you can use a spoon, whatever you want. Just make sure there's no lumps in it. It's really, really creamy. And then you add your paprika. Now you can add chives, you can add onions to it, scallions, whatever you want. I just like the paprika. And that's it. And then I take an Easter egg with an angel. These were hand painted by a friend of mine in La Jolla, California. And she does all the ceilings in restaurants and different places and churches, and you see the angels and stuff. So this is really, I bought for my daddy. I had it made for him, and he passed, and I now use it for my little centerpiece of my eggs. So that is it, and happy Easter. Wishing you all a blessed Easter. Thank you very much. I love you all. God bless. Love you.